Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. So today's video is a ColourPop haul. I want to say my last will I buy it video.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not picking up anything ColourPop. Nothing. They're coming out with way too much, and it's almost not interesting anymore.
I kind of said I wasn't going to be purchasing anything ColourPop because they are just coming out with way too much. But then they had a sale, and I love the brand. It's just so much, and I guess maybe I was just getting mad because I can't keep up with them. But they did have like a 4th of July sale, and I did like 3 orders. Like I said, I got 3 orders. It came in 3 separate boxes, but we're gonna go ahead and get into all this stuff. I do have like the blush and the eyeshadow on my face, and I'll go over that, and then I'll probably do like a separate video because I did film this, but I don't want this video to be hella long. So let's go ahead and get into the video because there's a lot of stuff. I did place 3 separate orders. So I had placed 2 orders back to back, and then literally an hour later, my dog is right next to me, they had a 7-hour flash 30% off, and I emailed them because I was like, really? Because I had paid full price for the 2 separate orders, and they don't typically cancel your orders, but it was like so quickly afterwards that the girl was able to cancel it, but the 7 hours were up. But then they had 25% off for like the week of July. So I will say that I didn't get the 2 items that I said I wasn't picking up, which were Over the Moon or Blue Moon. Wait, let me just look. So I didn't get the main squeeze palette, and I did not get the Blue Moon palette. So I didn't pick up those 2 palettes. But what started the shopping spree was Kathleen Lights did another collaboration with ColourPop, which I don't care. I love Kathleen Lights, I love ColourPop, and they can collab from here until whenever. I don't purchase all her stuff. I just purchase the stuff that interests me, but I just think she has a really good eye, and I think everything she comes out with is amazing. So she did talk about her blushes, and I already took them out, but they come in these little cute packets, and there were 4 shades. I did get all 4 shades. Now, another thing that made me mad, because I like sales, and when I miss out, I get upset. But you could build your own palette, and the palettes that were available, I picked this one. And then I would say a few days later, they came out with a newer one, and I wanted it. And I'm all about the packaging, so I did purchase it. But it was part of the build your own palette, and you'd get it for free. So I was a little annoyed with that because I paid $7 for it, but I already knew that it was what was gonna make me happy, and this is the palette. I live in Florida, so palm trees, and then this peach color, that's just my vibe. So I did pick this up. Again, if I would have just waited, I would have gotten this for free. So now I have this empty one that I'll probably put up on my Poshmark or something. But I did get all 4 of her shades. They're magnetic. So the shades that I got that are hers are My Sun and Stars, which I'm a Game of Thrones fan, so as soon as I saw that, I was like, I have to have that. And I'll link her video below where she does swatches, because I'm not going to swatch everything, but I will probably, let's go ahead and swatch these 2 just so that you could see. And I'm just going to do like finger swatches. Do you see how pretty these shades are? It's like retrograde is this orange one right here, and then the Sun and Stars one is this pink one. Let me see if... And they're just very, very, very pretty colors. This pink one is a little light, so just be mindful of that, but very beautiful. But I'll go ahead and name the other ones. This one is Lunar Has It, and then this one is I Need Space. So these 4 here are part of her collaboration, and then I did get these 2 shades, recommendations that she gave, just because my girl knows what she's talking about. So this corner shade here is, I believe, Tulip. Yeah, Tulip to Quit. And then this is a bronzer in Private Party. And I did pop on Private Party to bronze my skin, and I also popped on Lunar Has It because I wanted more of like a nude brown to go with this look, just because I didn't want anything too crazy, because this eye look is already colorful enough. So I did pick up these, and if you waited and built your own palette, I want to say that this was, I think, either 30 or 35, which The palettes were anywhere from $7 to $10 on their own. And then these were like $7 each. So it was a savings the way it came out. And 2 of my orders came late, and they gave me this like, sorry, we're late, and did give me some items. And I've never, actually I have tried the Supernova shadows. They're okay. I don't reach for them as much as I do shadow, but it is this really pretty burgundy color. Maybe in fall I will really like that, but they gave me this free. I guess that makes up for the palette. And then they gave me this really pretty lippy sticks, but it's a little too bright, and I don't know that I would wear this shade. It's in the color Croquette. It is sheer, so maybe I would like this. I might actually like this because it's not opaque. It says it's sheer. Oh yeah. So it's not too dark, and I already swatched it. So we're gonna go ahead and play with that shade. And then I did pick up some gel liners, and I'm wearing one of them on my eyes now. I am wearing Teaspoon on my eyes now. I will say that when I first put it on, my eyes did start to get a little irritated, but it went away after a little while. My eyes usually don't. I don't know if that's because, you know, this is like a bright color. I also picked up Overboard, another recommendation of Kathleen Lights. I love bronzy looks, and she said it was just a very pretty liner. Ooh, this goes on so creamy. You see that? It's so pretty. Let's see how it smudges. Ooh, yes. It's like got this metallic finish. And then I got also Venus. And it's like this red. And I've been wanting a red, and these, just for the price, I mean, these came up to like $4.10. So I did get some lippy pencils, but I feel like, okay, no, there's some more gel liners because I knew that there was more. I stocked up on the gel liners. This is Exit, and this is just a white, and I've been wanting a nice creamy white, and these do glide on very, very creamy. And then I got Boots, which is this pink. So again, these were like $4 and change. I also got a couple of lip liners. I got BFF and BFF2. These are like the popular ones. These are just like 2 different nude, and one is like a little darker than the other. And then there's another liner, but it came in a set, so I want to go over those together. So I did get a couple glosses and then a Luxe lipstick. I got this Luxe lipstick in Pinkies Up, and I actually put it on, but it was a little too brown for what I was going for. I wanted more of a light nude. This is a very pretty color. I love the Luxe lipsticks. I think they're like, for the price, you just can't beat it. And they came up cheaper. They're regularly $7, and then they were 25% off. So this is more of a brown nude, which I have a lot of light ones. So I did pop it on. It was a little too dark, so I did put on this gloss, which is not in front of me, but it was another one that Kathleen Lights had recommended. It's right here. This is in Fairy Floss, and she said that it was like a very milky looking shade, and it is. So I blotted my lipstick, and then I popped this on top, and it took down that shade. So I love lip glosses like that are like that milky. As soon as she said it, I knew exactly what she was talking about. Me and her like this. These brushes, they're like really stiff. You just gotta really break them in. But just so you can see, so this is Pinkies Up, and then this is Fairy Floss. And I blotted this down and then placed this on top. And it did take down that shade. And then I got the lippy sticks in Aquarius. This is another one of her collaborations, I believe. Ooh, this is more like a pinky nude. And this is Aquarius right here. One thing that wasn't a part of the sale was, well, the 9pan palettes were. All of them but the newest one, the Honey one, wasn't on sale. It was, but these palettes are $12. But these were on sale for $9. And these are the 2 that I always said that if I was gonna get them, I would get, because I love greens and I love purples. Now I do like more of an olive green, but I was watching a lot of people's videos, and you could get a more green, intense green, and you could also, they do have some more olive shades. So this is the Just My Luck palette, and it comes with this really large mirror, and then 9 shades. And this is what the palette looks like. And I did dip into Chances Are, Kiss My Ass, Big Banks, Mo Bam, Act Natural, and 50/50. So I did dip into quite a few shades, and just like their other palettes, this performed beautifully. I had no issues with it, so I can't wait to play with this some more. And I do think there's enough of a variety in here where you can really pull off some different shades, because I know whenever there are more of those monochromatic palettes, sometimes you get the same one. I will say that about another one I'm going to talk about in a minute. I can already see 3 completely different looks with this one palette. Another one is It's My Pleasure. In another one of my videos, I talk about this palette and how it leans pink to me more than the Viseart Liaison. I don't know how it's pronounced, but I really wanted that one. But that one's like $45. So this was $9. I did watch videos on this. I still think this does lean more on a berry side more than it does on a purple side, but for the price, this is another palette where I do feel like you can pull different looks just because the shades are pretty different, like the purples. So those are the finger swatches, and you could see like this is more of your traditional purple. This is like more of a lilac purple, and then this is more of that berry that I was talking about. So I do feel like with that palette, you can really create several different looks, and I've seen videos already with people using it, and the looks I find with It's My Pleasure and Just My Luck, it does look like there's enough versatility in those palettes. I would say the main squeeze one is probably one that's a little harder, because reds to me, you do tend to pull the same look, kind of like with my Urban Decay Heat. But that's the whole point. It's kind of like you don't have to really think about it. You could just pick a few colors, and even though the looks tend to come out similar, it is something that you gravitate towards when you just want to do a specific look and go. So I do enjoy palettes like that. I do think that these two, you can create several looks with them. Now, I did pick up the Honey palette. Now, when I was picking up those, this was sold out, and this wasn't on sale. They did have bundles that were on sale, which I did get, but those were all sold out, including the palette. And then, so I had placed these, 2 orders, and then they restocked it, like literally a few days later. Damn it, ColourPop. So I did pick this up with, I think it was, I'm mixing everything up, but I picked this up with, I believe that extra palette, cause I wanted it. And then this set came together, and this was $15. So I still felt like you were getting a deal, because again, I wanted to get different liners. So I did get this gel liner in the shade Punch. And then I got this palette, and I've already used this palette. I will put up my picture here of the look that I created with it. But playing with this palette, I don't feel like you could probably get 2 distinct looks. Get the yellow one, and then you can stick more to the mustard shades and probably get more of a mustard look. I don't see a lot of versatility, but these are great yellows. In the look that I just showed you, I did add brown, and that's where I'm gonna go into. I know no one wanted brown in the palette because they are tired of brown, but I feel like a more mustardy, dark brown should have been in place of this Palooza. Raw Beauty Christy and Mel Thompson, and there was one other person who reviewed this palette, and they talk about this Palooza. These are really chunky glitter particles. And it's not that I'm scared, I don't know that I would use that on my eyes, because I'm not, like, I like metallic, I love metallic, but I'm not big on glitter. To me, it just gets all over the place. So I do think this is a very, very beautiful palette. I just wish that that center shade would have been a more deep mustardy brown. Or, no, I think that's it. I think that's what this is missing. This can go, because I do like this shade. This shade is very pretty. So I feel like if it was more of a brown that had more of a pukey color. I know that sounds gross, but it's there are palettes out there that have it. Now this brown isn't pukey, but it's more of a cool chocolatey brown. I took this brown here, but I've seen, like, if you see how this is like a mustardy, like pukey color, but if they would have just deepened something like that. So this is Log, and this is what I used in the corner of my eye look when I did that, just because I wanted depth. Again, I do think this is a beautiful palette, and I'm glad it's, you know, in my collection. I do want to do like maybe 3 looks, 1 brand, just because that's probably what my schedule called for. But what I really want to do is 10 looks, 1 brand. I wanted to do 3 with this one, 3 looks with this one, and then 3 looks with this one, and then 1 last look using all 3 palettes like that. That's the video I want to do. I know between filming 10 different looks and then editing it, that video probably wouldn't come out for like 2 months, just because this is my hobby. This is not what I do for a living. I never understood when I would see people, when they would say this is a full-time job, what they mean, but it is. Because if you have a life outside of work, which I do, basically you need the time you have during work to do your filming and editing. So I completely get it. I mean, if I would have started a YouTube channel years ago, I totally could see myself doing something like that, but I actually have like a full-time job. So this is just a hobby, so I can literally only put out 1 video a week. That's the kind of video I want to do though. I would love to do 10 looks, 1 brand. Like, that would be amazing. But I just won't have the time. So we'll see. But I am going to do a video on those 3 palettes. That is my haul. Kind of, you know, that's a lot, I would say. It's a lot, but it was all, I want to say, under $115 for all of this. It would have been under $100 if you took out the tax and I didn't buy this. But I will say that I got 2 items for free. So I do feel like that makes up for the fact that I did purchase this. So I'm not that bad. That will do it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like me and haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe. Click that notification bell so you know when I upload. And until next time, guys, bye.